I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats at the hotDOCS press conference in Toronto. I'm here with John Murray. How does it feel to have your film, How to Change the World, screening at hotDOCS?
Oh, it feels incredible. I mean, I just watched them preview some of the films that are going to be here, and I feel very honored to be in their company.
And tell me a little bit about How to Change the World. That's a very powerful title.
Well, How to Change the World is the origin story of the people who founded Greenpeace. Canadian hippies, journalists, scientists got together with U.S. draft dodgers in Vancouver in 1971. Greenpeace didn't exist. They basically decided to tilt at windmills. First thing they wanted to do was stop Nixon's bomb blast in Amchitka, Alaska. They were testing nuclear bombs. So it plays like a feature film. They found an old sea captain and rented a boat, and they got on the boat and they sailed into the North Seas, and the whole plan was to get in the way of nuclear testing. Basically, it was a suicide mission. They had the U.S. Coast Guard following them, and meanwhile, kind of the central figure is a guy named Bob Hunter, who's kind of a legendary figure in Greenpeace. He was a very charismatic man that everybody loved, and he managed to coalesce this ragtag group of people to do the most incredible things. And he knew how to manipulate the media. So he was doing these crazy media reports from out in the ocean and drawing the attention of the world. And Nixon stopped his nuclear blast a year later. Then they turned their attention to saving the whales. A very interesting man named Paul Spong drew Bob Hunter's attention to the fact that the Russians and the Japanese were slaughtering whales by the tens of thousands. He wanted Bob to apply his knowledge of how to sort of manipulate the media to draw attention to the slaughter of the whales. They got back on their boat. They sailed out into the Pacific Ocean, but they didn't know where the Russians were. So they sent Paul Spong to, I believe it was Norway, and he snuck into the Whaling Commission in Norway and got the coordinates of the Russian whaling fleet. And then they got in the way of the Russian whalers. And the whole goal was to get an image, because Hunter was kind of a student of Marshall McLuhan, and it was kind of like an image speaks 1,000 words. So they wanted a shot of the Russians shooting a harpoon over their Zodiac into a whale. They got the shot. They didn't know that it was going to turn out on film. They sailed back into San Francisco. They got the film developed. They had the shot. It went on Walter Cronkite that night, and they changed the whaling industry forever. Now the Russians and the Japanese knew they had a problem.
So that's how you change the world.
That's how you change the world.
In a nutshell. Yeah. And where's the best place for us to find out more information on you and the film online?
Oh boy, we have a website.
Maybe hotDOCS?
Yeah. You know what? Go to the hotDOCS website or Google How to Change the World. We have a Facebook page, but I haven't come armed with the actual URL. I'm sorry.
We'll find it. We'll find it. Okay. Well, thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.